Cool, we are recording this. So, hey, hi guys. This is the second AWT that's happening here. I assume all of you have got your Ahmedabad dates already, right? So, what do they look like? When do you guys have it?
9th Feb.
15th of March.
15th
9th.
Feb.
9th Feb.
28%. The 7th Feb.
My
Third.
God, so many Feb. Nice, nice. It's good to get done with Ahmedabad as early as possible. I think so. You release your pressure. You don't like. Otherwise, it keeps building up and all of that. But nice. You have a hot topic also, budget and all. So maybe you get lucky if they ask you something around that and you are well prepared. Cool. Nice, nice. Okay. So we'll be doing AWT2 here. I assume that you guys have attended the AWT1. If not, it's okay. We'll have a different topic here. You know how to write it. I had briefed about it in my last session. Unfortunately, it was not recorded, but I'll share a brief recording for that also, in case you did not attend it. Got it. So I'll be some ground rules. Keep your camera on. You last time many people have written, 2-page AWT. That is not how it is supposed to be. It's a one-page AWT, and you get 25 minutes if I'm not wrong. Uh, so it's a 30-minute thing. You get 25 minutes to write and then 5 minutes to upload. Click the photo, upload it in the drive link that I'll be sharing with you. Okay. One pager, guys. Okay, one pager, an A4 sheet. That's it. Any other questions that you might have before we start this? No, right? Cool, got it. Great. I'll just share the topic with you, and I'll also share a link in the chat where you guys will have to submit your write-up. Just give me 1 second, man. Got it. It's 10:41 now. Yeah, sorry, guys. Uh, this is your topic. It's already in the chat. All the best. Time is 10:42. Uh, so you get 30 minutes from here to submit your write-up in the drive link. I'll be sharing the drive link meanwhile. Okay, all the best, guys. Don't turn off your videos. Videos turned off. People will turn who don't have the video on. The solution will not be evaluated. The write-up, I mean, except Kavya and Ankita. Thank you, guys. All the best.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me. Hello.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
So I'm not able to write it right now because I'm traveling. Can I submit it by tomorrow afternoon, maybe?
Sure.
Thanks. So I'll be logging off right now. I don't have like a stable internet connection or a paper. So
Got it. No issues.
Hello. Hi, Shashank sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, sorry, I was a little late to the class. Can you tell me the topic for the day?
I've sent it in the chat. Uh,
Sure. Thank you.
you can only take 30 minutes though.
Okay,
It
sure.
started at 10:42 and it ends at 11:12.
Okay.
People who have submitted can, yeah, they can close their video for now.
Sir, Soumya,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, actually, I was using my phone as my webcam. So to take the photo, my camera might turn off.
Yeah. Guys, your writing time is up. Please upload. Ayush. Sayed, are you done?
Yes, I'm done. I'm just uploading it.
Sure. We have 10 people here. I see only 6 submissions. 7 now. 3 more to go. I hope all of you have submitted. Just 1 second. Let me check. I should have 10. I have 10. Perfect. So, guys, how was it? Easy, medium, hard.
It was
Just
easy
not.
because it was more related to the business. So like थोड़ा इसलिए easy लगा.
Got it.
So you said that to discuss how well reasoned it is. So
Yeah.
I was thinking that it should be on the positive side of the decision. So was I right or not? Want to know first that.
No, see, it's how well reasoned it is. I'm asking you yes or no. How well you can say not well. So
Okay.
it's not like if it's in how well reasoned it is that you have to say that, oh, this argument is so well written and all of that. I'm
Okay.
asking you how well is it reasoned.
Okay. Okay.
Got it. Nice, nice. Okay. So it was easy only, right? Last AWT se though, I guess. I don't know how many of you were in the last AWT also. Aryan is responding. He says yes. Mm. But
Sashank, actually, just one thing. So I don't know,
yeah,
maybe because of the way I write, I write like too like spacious. So because of that, it went beyond one page. And like if I'll see it like the content is not that much, but yeah, still it went beyond that. So is there hard limit for like amount of page we use, or like words matter?
You get only one page, brother.
Or we can't write on the back side?
No, no, it's it's not a school examination. You ask for extra sheet.
No, no, on the back side of the same page. Like,
No, no, no. You can only write in the front. That's it.
okay, okay,
It's a one pager. That is why I clearly said it's a one page submission.
okay. And what
That's,
about,
were you there in the last AWT?
yeah, I was there.
Yeah. So like I said, you should use the back side of the page to, think out loud, see, write random things that comes to your mind as soon as you read the topic. Take some time, chart your thoughts in the backside, figure out the points that you would want to write in the AWT and all of that. So utilize the back page for that. They only evaluate the front page. So
Okay, okay, okay. And just one more thing. So, do they provide rule sheet or blank, if anyone has any idea?
uh bro, I don't really remember. It's been quite some time for me now.
Okay.
But blank, I don't know. I think blank because everybody has, different uh, sizes in terms of their handwriting. So
Mm,
I think it should be blank, according to me.
okay.
So this was my first AWT. So I wasn't aware of this. Okay, this is a common sense thing, but still I did not do any rough work and all that.
Yeah,
So
it's
my
not necessary.
AWT
It's
has
not,
a lot of this strike offs. Will that be a problem?
not as of now because this is not an actual AWT. But see, AWT, I'll just quickly show you what things you should like. How I just quickly let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Got it. Just 1 second. Also, I opened some slots. If any of you want to appear for it, you are free to go for it. But this is not. Just coming to one thing. 1 second. Yes. So this is the AWT feedback that I had given for the first AWT. This is how I evaluate, and this is, I think, mostly everybody like. It's a basic thing that the reviewer looks for in an AWT. How well you have put in the arguments there in your AWT, how well you have reasoned it out. ठीक है, कितने point, मतलब it's not like कितने points निकाले हैं, but even if you have 2 points, how strong those points are. ठीक है. The structure is basically the starting, setting of the context, and then writing 3-4 points, जो भी तुम्हारा flaw है या फिर strength है, writing that. ठीक है. Suggestion and feedback, basically how are you concluding the AWT. ठीक है. What feedback would you have, for this author or anybody who has said this or written this? How can this argument or statement be improved so that it makes a lot of sense? It's backed by, it's super backed. ठीक है, by I don't know, numbers, logic, and all of that. ठीक है. Again, context, as I said, setting up the context. ठीक है. And so I'll tell you this. 1 second. If I really, I'm not able to move this. Okay, got it. So basically, starts with context, then comes argument, and then comes suggestion and feedback. The structure and the handwriting and presentation are, it's not like what you have written. It's mostly about how you have written the AWT. Okay. So you see handwriting and presentation, not a lot of weightage that would go there, but definitely, like I've given a 0.1 weightage, but it definitely matters how well you have written it. If there's a lot of strikeout, if there is a overwriting and all of that, if you have started your AW, let's say you have started from the top, it's very beautifully written and all the spacious and all, but by the time you reach towards the end, it's very haphazard, your handwriting starts deteriorating, and then the size of your handwriting starts to get smaller and smaller because you want to put a lot of things in your AWT and now you don't have space for it. Okay. So all of that happens. But yeah, having said that, your handwriting, strikeout, and sanity basically matters in an AWT. Like, who doesn't like to read a well-written document, man? I hope you get my point.
Yes, understood.
Okay. Got it. So, do you think this argument was well written?
No.
Anybody who has written in the favor of this argument? Ayush, got it. Uh, can I know some of your points that you have written?
Actually, main thing was that I was thinking that they written, as you said, that well reasoned it is. I was thinking that it has to be in favor of them. But yeah, my major point was that if it is a service based company or it's a manufacturing based company, you won't actually go on you won't actually want your operations in different locations. You want them in a single location, and you want that so that you can have your workforce at a single place, lesser variable cost, lesser fixed cost, better supervision. People who might not be able to work from the office, they can actually work from home, as it's like you have teams and everything right now in this era. So if they have a centralized office and all, it can work out. Definitely we don't know about a lot about Apogee company, but I wrote it that if they have made this argument, I think that they might be a service based company or something like that, which can work remotely and do well.
Got it. So see, the way you started in the starting only, you said that if it's a service-based company and all of that, okay,
Yeah.
because you were looking to write in, like write for the motion, you made an assumption, but there is no mention of the industry that the company belongs to. That
Yes.
itself is a flaw in this argument. You are making a generalization that if you reduce and if you centralize this, all the people will come at a single point, single place. You better supervise it. But do you know what industry it is?
No.
Yes, and that's a flaw.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that.
I get your point. I get your point. Basically, see again, as you have written, like if it's a service-based industry, it makes sense to do all of this. ठीक है, वो फिर भी तुम्हारे फेवर में थोड़ा काम कर सकता है कि चलो ठीक है, you have stated your assumption there and you have written it. ठीक है, but as I always say, ठीक है, finding flaws in an argument is way easier than finding points to support it. ठीक है. Yes, Rudraksh.
Sir, so like this mentioning, not mentioning the industry, is that flow like, or like is that lack of information? For example, like while writing this AWT, I had one more, like one point I was thinking about as flow was ki there was no plan on how this migration will be done from like decentralized model to centralized model. So is that flaw, or like this is not a flaw, but like the argument just don't cover this?
Got it. So how will the like the how will the centralization take place? I don't think it's not a flaw. It's like this is a snippet taken from, let's say, a I don't know, a one pager brief that was written there, or maybe an essay. Okay, so it's not a flaw there. Ki, how will the decentralization of this entire thing take place? Because that doesn't have anything to do with the argument, right? That the decision of theirs to move from a decentralized model to a centralized model, okay, the flaw here will not be affected by how is this going to take place. Do you get my point?
Right. So by the same logic, like industry thing, isn't that like not a flaw because it
But
is
you have generalized it, right? You have
so
generalized it.
we are talking in the context of app docs, so they are the people who are making this argument, they will be aware of this, their industry. So for that industry, like it is not necessary for to mention that, right? For example, some company like Google takes some decision, so I don't think they should mention their industry. Like AppDog is some imaginary company, because of that we can say, but I don't think then that should count as a flaw then.
So no, it's imaginary company. I get it. Okay, but you are saying that this. Okay, let's say my point is, you are saying that
So I
ये
think
centralize कर दो, ठीक है,
Mhm.
and then it's all rosy picture, ठीक है. When you are saying that within a boutique company operation, all of this, you are not mentioning ki you have generalized it. Is what I'm trying to say. Have you
uh,
attended the last AWT that I had done?
right. At that point, actually, generalization was working, but here actually they are talking in terms of a single company. So I don't think it is generalized because it will be operating in particular sector only, right?
Got
So
it.
like
Like
yeah.
Ayush said, like let me make my point. Like Ayush said only, right? That he wrote for the motion. Uh, Ayush only said it, right? Uh, yes. So maybe when he says that, I am assuming that this is a service-based company or a small company that works here and all of that. Then I think this centralization makes sense because ऐसा है छोटी कंपनी है सर्विस बेस्ड है उसको एक जगह पे काम करना है. Let's say if Apogee is a company which is a big retail company, ठीक है, एंड देन वहां पे वो लोग ये सब अपना जो भी सेंट्रलाइज डिसेंट्रलाइज कर रहे हैं जहां पे कि वो सेंस बना रहा है और कहीं पे सेंस नहीं बना रहा है, राइट? You get my point? This argument of centralizing and decentralizing will make sense depending upon किस टाइप की कंपनी है, क्या स्केल है, क्या साइज एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. डू यू हैव दैट इंफॉर्मेशन?
So, right. So, actually, I'm a bit confused because I think if they would have said in the argument like all companies should centralize themselves because our company is making profit by that method, then it would have been like they're generalizing. But if they're speaking for their own company, I don't think they're generalizing, is what my concern is, because we don't know the additional context, as you said, right? Like it implies on how they will migrate. That also is like because this might be a snippet, so they might have mentioned this industry earlier. It is not relevant to this argument, is what my concern is.
You have to evaluate what has been given to you. Is my point, Rudraksh. ठीक है, you are trying to look for things around this argument which doesn't really bothers it, is what I'm trying to say. You are
Right.
saying that इसमें ये भी होता, इसमें वो भी होता, मतलब होगा यार. मैं बोल रहा हूँ जो तुमने जनरलाइजेशन कर रहे हो कि ये सारे इस पे काम करेगा, वो जो मी टू मूवमेंट का जो हमने AWT 1 में किया था कि ये सारे रॉन्ग डूइंग्स हैं, सारे ये गलत है, ठीक है, तो वो भी सेम ही लॉजिक है, राइट? उसमें तुम्हें उसमें भी इंडस्ट्री मेंशन नहीं था एंड दैट वाज अ प्रॉब्लम. Just giving you cues here to understand, and maybe
Mhm.
we can take this offline if because there are other people also.
Sure.
We can take this offline. Does anybody else have the same doubt, or am I clear here? Are others getting the point why Rudraksh, what Rudraksh is saying is not making you sitting well with me? Does anybody have the same doubt as Rudraksh? Got it. I'll take it as a no. Rudraksh, you can connect with me offline.
Sure, sure.
Got it. Yes, Saurabh, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to discuss what arguments I've put forward. I found three, like I felt that there were three assumptions, and there were some flaws with these assumptions. I first said that uh, it just blatantly says that because you have decentralized your operations, the company has a declining profitability. For this, I feel that the flaw in this is correlation does not imply causation. Just because a thing has happened as you've done another thing does not mean that the first thing has caused this.
Got
Is
it.
this correct? Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's fair. That's fair argument.
the second thing that I've said is this the other argument that the paragraph makes is because now we have a declining profitability because of decentralizing our operations, we are again going to centralize them. This is sort of a circular argument. They have not provided any evidence that backs their claim that decentralizing operations has caused declining profitability, and that is why they should centralize it.
Got it. So if I had to put it in a better way, it would make more sense to consider other factors as well, right? You are
Uh,
saying that you were once. I'm just adding up to your point. Your points are correct. I'm not saying it's
mhm.
wrong. I'm just telling you how to put it better. The same point. Basically, you are saying that it was profitable earlier when it was, centralized. Then you decentralize it, and then you again want to centralize it. Correct. Now you are saying that let's say it was centralized earlier, let's say 5 years ago. Okay, and then you decentralized it. Now 5 years ago, there are so many factors that could have played in, right? The
No, no,
market.
no. I get to that. I get to that. The thing that you're talking about. I just felt that this was kind of a circular argument that the paragraph had. कि decentralize किया, profitability कम हो गया, तो वापस से centralize कर देते हैं. So
हाँ,
sort of a loop.
ये लूप है ठीक है, बट उसको ही सुपर बैक करने के लिए यू कैन लाइक मर्ज दीस पॉइंट्स एंड देन इट विल मेक कंप्लीट सेंस. यू गेट माय पॉइंट राइट? कि सेंट्रलाइज किया, पहले सेंट्रलाइज किया, डिसेंट्रलाइज किया, फिर सेंट्रलाइज किया. वो बोल रहे हैं क्योंकि पहले प्रॉफिट बन रहा था, अभी डिसेंट्रलाइज करके नहीं बन रहा है, सेंट्रलाइज करके वापस बनेगा. दिस इज व्हाट यू आर सेइंग एंड यू आर सेइंग कि ये सर्कुलर तुमने आर्गुमेंट बना रहा हो, ठीक है. करेक्ट. मैं बोल रहा हूँ इसमें अगर तुम जो पॉइंट मैं बोल रहा हूँ उसके बाद से कि उस समय तुमने कर रहा था, उस समय क्या था, अभी क्या है, अभी क्या है, तो तुम कैसे
हाँ,
बोल
I've
सकते होगा ही
written कि centralizing operations again wouldn't necessarily lead to reduce cost. क्योंकि transportation, moving, other expenses जो result होंगे ये centralize करने से वापस, they have not been considered. That is this point I've written इसी में.
ठीक है, मेक सेंस. हाँ, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ कि that is one point that can be used as a flaw. Go ahead. I'll move on to Syed now. Yes, Syed, tell me.
Yes, sir. So I wanted to ask, like, कि ये argument जैसे profitability according to this argument is only dependent on cost, but it's actually dependent on revenue also. So
Very
like,
good point, man. Very good point.
so जैसे कि ऐसा भी हो सकता है वो लोकेशन काफी प्राइम लोकेशन हो एंड वहां पे रेवेन्यू काफी ज्यादा ड्राइव हो रहा हो, और लाइक एक्सपेंशन का ये रीजन भी हो सकता है बिकॉज कंपनी इज ड्राइविंग मोर प्रॉफिट्स एंड दे आर एक्सपेंडिंग एंड टू ब्रेक इवन इट टेक्स टाइम, क्योंकि एक्सपेंडिंग में ये होता है कि कॉस्ट, कैपिटल कॉस्ट एकदम से बढ़ जाता है. सो प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी शुरू में थोड़ा कम रहेगा, बट विद टाइम इट विल इंक्रीज. ब्रेक इवन करने में थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा इनको. सो दिस इज द
very nice way to look at it, man. You have like it's a very nice point to write. ठीक है कि प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी आप सिर्फ कॉस्ट ऑप्टिमाइज करें, व्हाट अबाउट योर रेवेन्यू, ठीक है. सो यू आर थिंकिंग सिर्फ कॉस्ट कम करके हो जाएगा, बट रेवेन्यू के तो इसमें क्या होगा ना कि यू हैव द आर्गुमेंट ओनली टॉक्स अबाउट द कॉस्ट दैट आर कंसर्न्ड हियर, ठीक है. प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी हैज टेकन अ हिट डेफिनेटली, बट इट्स जस्ट स्टेटिंग दैट हम कॉस्ट कम कर देंगे तो हम प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी इंक्रीज कर लेंगे. देयर इज नो मेंशन ऑफ द रेवेन्यू हियर, ठीक है. And it would have made a lot of sense if we had a clear picture about revenue also. Okay, very good point, Syed. Anyone else?
Sir, actually, I have written something on that line, but like whatever Syed said, it felt more organized and general, like in a more general way. I have pointed out saying that so it is possible that whatever sector Apogee company is operating in, there is a reduction in business in that sector, thus effectively reducing profitability. If that is the case, then changing the location will not make any difference.
True. So that's what I'm saying. Ki, as you pointed out correctly, the way Syed has written it makes more sense and generalized compared to what you have written. But I get your point. You also have the same gist. It's just that Syed put it better in a point. Okay. So yeah, fair thing. So like I've heard to all your points. Mostly I've covered all the points. One is the same. Like if I had to write it, I would first talk about ki, it assumes that the profitability was higher when the operation was centralized. एक location के चलते, but correlation does not imply causation. मतलब और भी factor हो सकते हैं, right? With the point that I was telling to sorry, I forgot. Saurabh, I guess, right? कि और भी पॉइंट्स हो सकते हैं जिसके चक्कर में फैक्टर चेंज हुआ होगा यार. मार्केट कंडीशन है, तुम्हारा कंपटीशन है जो 5 साल में आ गया होगा, ठीक है. तुम्हारा ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का क्या सीन है, तुम्हारा ऑपरेशंस कैसा चल रहा है, ठीक है. यहाँ पे वो कोरिलेशन वर्सेस कॉजेलेशन वाला एरर है, ठीक है. अगेन द पॉइंट, वो रेवेन्यू वाला पॉइंट जो सैयद ने बोला, ग्रेट फैंटास्टिक पॉइंट, ठीक है. कि सिर्फ कॉस्ट के वजह से बोल रहे कर लो, बट अगर हमें रेवेन्यू के बारे में भी कुछ आइडिया होता है या फिर हम उसके बारे में अगर कुछ मेंशन होता है इस आर्गुमेंट में, तो इट वुड हैव मेड अ लॉट ऑफ सेंस जहाँ पे कि हम इसको पकड़ पाते हैं क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे. मे बी एडिंग दैट, और ये जो पॉइंट्स है राइट कि अदर फैक्टर्स भी हैं, तो जब यू आर राइटिंग द कंक्लूजन और उसमें तुम फीडबैक लिख रहे हो कि अगर ये वो होता तो हम इसमें और सेंस बना पाते, यू कैन राइट इट देयर कि भाई ये डेटा पॉइंट होता, अगर ये डेटा पॉइंट होता और अच्छा होता, द आर्गुमेंट वुड हैव बीन बैक्ड सुपरबली एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, ठीक है. ये 2 पॉइंट हुआ. थर्ड, वो जो मार्केट इंडस्ट्री कंडीशन जनरलाइजेशन हुआ कि तुम्हारा मार्केट और इंडस्ट्री बस बोला कि अपोजी ये है और इसको कर दो, उसमें वो किस इंडस्ट्री का है, क्या है, वो सेंट्रलाइज कर रहा है, ठीक है, वो कोई मेंशन नहीं है यहाँ पे, ठीक है। जैसे आयुष हैड रिटन कि इफ दिस वाज अ सर्विस बेस्ड, तो मेरे को लग रहा है कि ये सेंस बनाता है ऑल ऑफ दैट, तो ही टुक दैट assumption, ठीक है, टू स्ट्रेंथन हिज पॉइंट दैट इज राइटिंग इन हिज AWT, ठीक है, उसने वो assumption लिया, दैट स्टिल इज फाइन। उसके बाद वो बोल रहा है कि ऐसा ऐसा हो सकता है, ठीक है। वो assumption जो हम ले रहे हैं ना, वही तो इसका फ्लॉ है यार, तुमको पता ही नहीं है कि ये क्या, और उसको पूरा स्ट्रेट अवे जनरलाइज कर दिया है। लेट्स से इसे पेट्रोलियम इंडस्ट्री कंपनी है, कोई रिटेल है, कुछ ऐसा है, it makes more sense to be decentralized because that is how you make money. And let's say you are a company, a small company which is I don't know, a छोटी सी कंपनी है, सर्विस चलाती है, let's say it's a consulting company, small company and all of that, it makes sense कि ठीक है, एक जगह टीम को रखो, ज्यादा ये करो, ज्यादा वो करो, कॉस्ट बचाओ, better supervision, all of that, ठीक है। So third point वो हो सकता था, ठीक है। If I had to think more about this, मतलब एक और पॉइंट है, मतलब इट्स नॉट अ वेरी लाइक बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट नहीं है, ठीक है, बट इट्स नॉट मस्ट हैव, इट माइट बी अ गुड टू हैव पॉइंट, ठीक है, कि यू नो व्हेन यू से दैट कंपनी मेंटेन बेटर सुपरविजन ऑफ ऑल द एम्प्लॉयज एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, मतलब ये थोड़ा इनडायरेक्ट है, बट मे बी ऐसा बोल सकते हैं कि यू नो कि प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी बेटर हो रहा है, बेटर सुपरविजन रख पाओगे क्योंकि आप एक जगह आ जाओगे, डजंट रियली मीन कि, तो व्हाट आर यू डूइंग दिस फॉर, दिस इज फॉर योर टू ग्रो योर कंपनी, राइट, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी बढ़ानी है, तो तुम बोल रहे हो कि सुपरविजन बढ़िया होगा तो हम प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी बढ़ा देंगे एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट। आज के टाइम में लोग पूरा रिमोटली भी काम करते हैं, ठीक है, बट इट डजंट मीन कि कंपनी काम नहीं कर रही है, राइट, ठीक है। तो वो जो पॉइंट है, अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग इट अगेन, दिस इज अ गुड टू हैव पॉइंट, दिस इज नॉट द फर्स्ट और सेकंड पॉइंट दैट यू शुड राइट, क्योंकि फर्स्ट और सेकंड पॉइंट इस आर्ग्यूमेंट में बहुत ही ऑब्वियस था, ठीक है। गुड टू हैव पॉइंट है, अगर लग रहा है कि लिखना है लिख दो, ऐसे टाइप का, बट वही है, डोंट कॉम्प्रोमाइज क्वालिटी फॉर क्वांटिटी। आई हैव सेड दिस इन द लास्ट AWT also, don't compromise it, make the 2 points that you have written very strong and very, you know, very sound, very बहुत ही एनालिटिकल साउंड करे यार, बहुत ही स्मार्ट साउंड करना चाहिए पॉइंट, की वाओ क्या लिखा है, क्या बढ़िया फ्लॉ निकाला है। या अगर तुम स्ट्रेंथन करना चाह रहे हो, विच इज अ टफ जॉब टू डू, बट इफ यू से दैट अच्छा इसमें ये स्ट्रेंथ है इस आर्ग्यूमेंट का, ग्रेट। 2 पॉइंट, एज आई ऑलवेज से, मिनिमम 2 पॉइंट होने ही चाहिए, मैक्सिमम 4 होने चाहिए, 4 से ज्यादा मत लिखो, इट्स बहुत हो जाता है, क्योंकि तुम वो करने जाओगे, तुम्हारा जो एक्चुअल पॉइंट है उसका, यू नो, यू आर लुकिंग more to span horizontally than vertically, ठीक है। आई वुड सजेस्ट कि वो डेप्थ होना चाहिए तुम्हारे पॉइंट्स में, सो डू नॉट एक्सटेंड टू मोर देन 4 पॉइंट्स। अगेन 2 पॉइंट, आइडियल 3 होता है, ठीक है, whatever I say take it with a pinch of salt, आइडियल 3 होता है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि 3 लिखना है, अगर 2 इतना सॉलिड लिखो कि मजा आ जाए पढ़ के यार एकदम, तो 2 भी बहुत अच्छा है, ठीक है। 2 लिखो, 3 लिखो, 4 अगर मिल गया तो बहुत, जैसे आई सेड अभी वाला पॉइंट, राइट, वो ग्रोथ एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, वो फोर्थ पॉइंट हो सकता है यार तुम्हारा, बट इट कैन नॉट बी द फर्स्ट और सेकंड पॉइंट फॉर श्योर, क्योंकि बहुत ही ऑब्वियस था एज आई सेड यहाँ पे वो सारे पॉइंट्स, राइट। सो यही 3-4 पॉइंट होते हैं यार, अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, इफ आई हैड टू राइट दिस AWT, पीपल हु हैव पॉइंटेड इट आउट, great job. And again, I would look at the AWTs. I will evaluate it. I'll share the feedback in a day or two, because you guys have your Ahmedabad interview also. I'll try to do it as soon as possible. But yeah, that is all from my side, guys. Any more questions that you guys might have? Cool. I'll take it as a no then. All the best. Guys.
Are we
Okay.
going to have another AWT soon?
You'll have to contact Ranka sir for this. He
Okay.
might be a better person to answer this.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks all of you for joining this session quite a bit late in the day. Okay. All the best. Also have open slots in case you are looking to get a PA slot. Just ping me. And yeah, so because I won't be opening slots after 12th of January for like quite some time. So yeah, if you want an interview, please ping me directly. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Good night, guys.